times, all about the
Hey, I
song.
tell you what,
Enjoy this one by
when
my really close
you
friend,
fall in love,
Chris. Angelis.
it's
A lot of times,
hey, I tell you what,
all about the song.
when
Enjoy this one by my really close
you
friend,
fall in love,
Chris.
it's
A lot of times, all about the song. Enjoy this one by my really close friend, Chris. Angelis.
You're my quiet in a crowded room. The storm is rolling off my shoes. A minor chord and a hopeful tune. The dust that settles, a sweet perfume. I'm just trying to get back to you. You're my flower on the interstate, an easy shot that ricocheted. I walk away, but I walk slow. If I'm honest, I know where to go. I'm just trying to get back to you. You're the eye of the hurricane, a blindfold shot with perfect aim, golden hour before the dawn, an open heart that left a scar. We tried to celebrate the skies that we looked to didn't have what it takes. We made wishes anyway, so our hearts that were breaking could beat another day. You're my quiet in a crowded room, a minor chord and a hopeful tune. I'm just trying, I'm just trying, I'm just trying to get back to you.
Australia with Kelly Pantaleone and her mum, Kathy Smith. And we were chatting through Clubhouse because I was, as I always do at the last minute, looking for people to come on this program. And now I'm talking to some folks from Canada and California and Atlanta. And that's just the marvelous thing about being where you are, which is the RevMac pop-up film festival featuring Alex Angelis with her film Seancing. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We have Lori here. We have Darian here. We also have Chris here, and we have Jonathan here. We're going to have a really good time. We've got some films to watch, you're at HAPS. If you happen to be watching on another platform, come to happs.tv, and sign up. And then look for RevMacLive, and you will find this program. So really looking forward to having all of you enjoy yourself tonight. And I'm going to bring you up one at a time because I'm going to let Darian MC because I got to do some behind the scenes stuff. But first, I want to bring up Alex. I'm going to unmute Alex and see if I can do this. Oh, wow. Okay. There you are. I don't know how that happened, but hello, everybody. Hang on, though. I do know how to do this. I do want to be able to talk to this one person here because I never get to talk to you, like ever. Like we've been on TV a couple of times and we don't get to talk. So I just, first of all, I want to say you've given us 2 weeks in a row of your time and your talent. And I just really want to thank you because this has really been fun. And I've been really excited about this weekend too and your film. So I'm really happy to have you here.
I'm so happy to be here too. I can't wait to share this film. This is really cool because it's been on the festival circuit for a while and haven't been like showing it to people. So this is sort of like a debut.
Awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, right. Because you're just coming off, right? So,
yeah.
Ooh, this is fantastic. Yay. So I feel like it's kind of a premiere. Ooh, that's neat. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. Well, we'll talk a little bit. We'll definitely talk about the film afterwards and we'll get to that part of it soon. Tell us just kind of quickly, like, what is it like working with this person right here? She's like, I didn't even announce I was coming in. So, and you can't see her because you're on your mobile phone. So I have your sister here. And both of you are twin sisters and have acted together.
Told
and
people
have,
we met on Facebook.
Right. I did try that before. Yeah. They just got reunited. But I just wanted to bring you both up here. And again, you both are awesome. You're amazing. You've done so much for me, and I appreciate you guys so much. It's so fun to have you. And your sister's here because we're going to talk about her album because she's my sponsor. And I'm thrilled about that as well. But say hi to each other. I think you're in the same state, right?
No. We're in the same state. We're in different cities, though, right now. What if we were just like next to each other? We're like, she's over there.
I would be like, wait, what did you know? Because now you can duet. But yeah.
No, if you want to see us duet, you have to watch the full band live stream show next Friday.
Yes. How do they do that, Chris?
Well, I'm doing a live stream from the Hotel Cafe, but you can watch it from anywhere. And one way is you could just buy tickets. That's the boring and more expensive way. Or you could help me with my pre-order goals, get my album and a ticket to the show, which is a much better deal. It's less expensive for you and you get the album all in one go. And the way that I'm doing that is I have a bundle where if you buy 5 pre-orders, they're literally only $5, and I think it's only $4 on iTunes. You can get one there. You will get the digital download, the CD, handwritten thank you note, and a ticket to the Hotel Cafe. But I'm also going to do this thing where if you're a person who's like, I don't need a CD, then you can get a ticket to the Hotel Cafe show by pre-ordering just 2 copies of the album. It just won't count towards any bigger bundles unless you get more than 5, if that makes sense. So like if you get 2 and you want to take it, you can't just get another one and get a CD. But if you get 5, you can get everything.
On your website, yeah?
Sorry, what?
This is all explained on your website?
Well, not the 2 tickets thing. But
that's brand new.
That's brand new. But it's on my website. Will Collin just posted it in the comments. And yeah. Hopefully that's not too confusing. But it's just that the more pre-orders I get, the better it'll do on the charts. And you might as well, pay me for things with pre-orders, if that makes sense.
And if you go to our website, which our friend William put on the screen at chrisangelis.com, it will explain it. Seriously, if you don't understand it, DM me. We'll figure it out with you. Buy 500 of them. Oh, no, buy $750 worth and have a picnic. And I bet if you kicked in like, I don't know, another couple of hundred, she might even have a sister show up. Shh, even if you were going to come, don't tell them, to get, an actress superstar there too. So that's just what I'm saying. And yes, thank you, Lori. You texted me. I'll check. I'm going to bring everybody else up here and we're all going to start to have some fun. And so we have Lori, Jonathan, and our MC. There he is. He's back.
Hey.
There he is.
What's going on, everybody?
Hello. I am going to do a couple of quick behind the scenes things. So what would be perfect here would be for Jonathan, who's in the, we don't really have we need the actual Brady Bunch grid. So I could say, all right, what am I in? I'm in Cindy's spot and Alex is in Jan's spot, I think. And
But we need three more people.
Right, exactly, because then Jonathan would be in Alice's spot. So, and that is where we would be. Darian, introduce yourself, and then get these lovely people, Jonathan and Lori, to talk about themselves a little bit, and maybe why they're here. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes, hopefully.
All right, thanks, Rev, for trusting me with your show.
I love you, man. I know you can do it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm Darian Donju. I'm a writer-director from Atlanta, Georgia. I met Rev on the wonderful Clubhouse app. I hope everybody on the show or watching the show is on Clubhouse, because that's what's up. That's the zeitgeist of 2021. So, I've met a lot of great people like Rev, and then now I've met Chris and Alex. And now I'm about to meet Lori and Jonathan. So let's go to you, Lori. You were on our award show earlier today. Before we even get into who you are and what you do, can you tell me a little bit how you ended up on that show earlier? And what were your thoughts of how things went today with the award show?
So Revolution invited me into the award show, and there was a singer. I hopped in when there was a singer singing, and I thought she has such a beautiful voice, and it's an amazing platform for artists to showcase their talent. So I definitely appreciate that as an artist myself.
That was me.
That was you?
It was.
Very beautiful voice.
Well, thank you. It's very sweet of you. And it was so fun to watch all the films.
That is so cool. Isn't it a tiny world, Lori? That's great. I mean, it's good that you came on there and you weren't like, oh my goodness, it was, I don't know what was going on. There was.
Oh yeah. If you would do like this terrible singer was on, it was weird.
Oh, yeah. Singer came on.
Oh, that's awesome, Lori.
And then I would have been like, it was me. And I would have just made everything super awkward. No, I wouldn't.
The Cash App's coming later, Lori. We orchestrated that. No.
Oh,
but so okay, how did you end up getting onto Clubhouse? And if you can tie that into who you are, what do you do, and how has Clubhouse kind of become a part of your life, if it has at all?
Wait. She's been detoxed, man, but don't make her go back. I just had her in there for a few seconds.
Yes. Tell us your Clubhouse journey.
There you go. Woohoo!
So it was basically my little sister. She's like, listen, you need to get on this app, Clubhouse. I'm like, I'm not doing another app. I have all these apps. There's no way. And she's like, no, trust me. It's a way of networking. And then I'm like, okay. I checked it out. She sent me the invite, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is, first of all, I like that you only have one picture up there. It's just your display picture. It's not like Instagram where you're scrolling on people's profiles. I love that. It's like straight to the point to your bio. And then I was okay, and I found like other filmmaker rooms and connecting with people that I never thought I could ever connect with at this point in my career. So I'm definitely grateful for that. My agent is on it, and whenever she's in room, she'll ping me. So for me, I was on it like consistently for at least like a good 2 to 3 weeks. Then I'm like, you know what? I believe that for now I have all the knowledge that I was seeking. So now it's time to apply and make action. so I take my time off of it, and I only go on when there's certain people that I really want to listen to what they have to say. But other than that, sometimes I go into other rooms that have nothing to do with the industry, just rooms of like meditation or just listening to other people from around the world. So I like that part about it too.
Yeah, it can be a bit of an overload, right? When you get in and you kind of just get sucked into the vortex.
Definitely, yeah.
And so, okay, so that leads us into, you mentioned that you have an agent. So what is it that you do?
So I am an actor and writer and an emerging filmmaker. I've been acting since I was 8. I started off with improv in French. I'm bilingual French and English. Acting is my passion. I decided to work behind camera because my friends and I want to create opportunities for ourselves. We're not going to wait for the phone to ring. We're going to keep auditioning and doing the regular things that we need to do to book the jobs, but we're actually going to be like, listen, we're going to break through those doors, whether you want us or not, but we're coming. And Jonathan has a lot to say about that because we have a show called Sloppy Jones, and he's the co-creator. And it is phenomenal to see my friends writing, creating their own TV series. So I definitely look up to them.
Yeah, so okay, so you're connected to this guy Jonathan we're about to talk to.
Yeah, this is, wait a minute, hold on. This is exactly how this works. They've not seen the film. They've not seen the director has not seen a shot sheet because I haven't made one for myself. You know what I mean? There's nobody pushing any buttons. It's all a surprise, which makes it really fun. And yeah,
it's all very authentic.
Yes.
This is all raw and authentic here, everybody. So, okay, good. So we made a link between Laurie and Jonathan. And where are you based, Laurie?
I'm based in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. Okay, that's cool. Oh, man, Canada is such a cool country. We'll get into that later. That's where I was when COVID hit. So we can talk about that. I was in the lovely city of Montreal. But so that was a good segue to Jonathan. Jonathan, you and Laurie are working on a project together. So what do you do? And how did you guys meet each other and decide to start working together?
Yeah, thanks for having us. I really appreciate it. This is really fun. And I'm just going to be really transparent. I'm not on Clubhouse. I know it's really important and everyone should be on it. I will be dipping my toes after this. I've been inspired.
Be careful. Be careful. I have to warn you, suck you in. Because you kind of have that like cynical attitude that I had when I got like a whole bunch of people pinging, you got to get on this, you got to get on this. And I was like, eh. And then it was like a new year. And so I said, all right, let me see what this is. And then like 2 days later, I was probably on there for like 20 hours a day or something.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like, because you can totally go down a hole, and because it is really useful information if you get into the right rooms, and you can connect with amazing people who are there to connect. So like I've have people's numbers now that are like, working for major companies that are like, yeah, I want to help you. And I'm like, I would not have been able to meet them in other than another way necessarily, or it wouldn't have been so easy. But it does also create like this like 24/7 FOMO. Like I should be networking all the time. What am I missing?
Yeah, because then when you get off the app, right, it's like pinging you and it's saying like, Academy Award winner, blah, 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 is talking in a room right now. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg's in a room. Oh, Elon Musk is in this room, and you're just like, I need to do some work. I'm going to pretend like I can't see that. So anyway, Jonathan, we're just warning you to make sure you have a life.
No, I appreciate the warning. I really do. I honestly feel that about any app. Like I downloaded TikTok at the beginning of the end of the world, and that was a similar enough experience. I'll say that.
Right, right.
The world.
But I'm mainly an actor. Have been for a couple of years, and working with a couple of friends on this project who we got together and kind of were like, okay, what's the landscape like for queer representation, and how do we fit into that outside of this kind of solely coming out narrative and have it be more integrated into like a real dynamic person who also is queer. And so we opted to go the genre route with like a thriller, horror, camp, slasher, comedy, workplace drama.
That's the natural next step. It's like
the natural next step was to integrate them into every genre possible. But honestly, we found a nice little niche, I think, and yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about, what are we talking about? Like a web series, a feature? What kind of format?
Yeah, so we're doing we have so it's a yes and kind of answer, I guess. So we're doing we have 11-minute episodes. It's a 6 by 10 kind of situation. They are potentially being packaged as 30-minute commercial half hour, or like commercial half hours. So we're like in the process of financing the project right now, but we've had some really amazing help from Ontario Creates, which is like a Canadian fund that produces content. So they did our pre-development, and it was really awesome, to be honest. They were really supportive of our creativity, which I thought it's always unexpected, because I think, you know, with money comes ideas that they also want to
oh my goodness, yeah,
involve themselves, you know, naturally. Yeah, but this was really not that at all. It was it was super supportive.
Okay, that's amazing. Yeah. That's kind of always the creative person's struggle, right? It's like, oh, if I can take money because I need it, but then people want to have input, which is sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like a total, you know, it's a huge hit, like, and the input is really useful. But this case, they were like, they said yes and to all of our stuff, which was, that's incredible. Really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. We got in the chat, by the way, Joy Christine is trying to crack me up here. Comments, the next big career will be the Clubhouse sober companion, because me and her are always talking about drinks and what we're going to be drinking while we're on the show. And she says this Clubhouse is a very interesting and also a great place to sleep.
I've seen you sleep there. I have.
Yeah. So okay, that's really, really cool. Okay, so you're both from Toronto. That's great. You were gonna have to send me all the links to everything so I can see what you guys have now that I've met you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Darian, we're gonna slide over to a song with Chris, and then we're gonna show these folks pilot, and that's gonna be a lot of fun because I've seen it. And the
awesome.
songstress, the beautiful voice that Lori heard earlier today, is about to perform another song for us. So this is very exciting, Chris, and we're, take it away. We're ready.
Okay.
Yes.
The songs that I played last time, I want to play different ones, I guess. So I played My Quiet and Flicker. What did I play? I don't know. It doesn't matter. So I want to play songs from the new album. So this one is called 20 Miles to Empty, which is about running out of gas in real life and like this weird experience that I had, but metaphorically about how, sometimes it feels like we're running out of gas or spinning our wheels in life or with our careers or whatever. But feeling good and hopeful, and like that we're just keep on going. 20 miles to empty and I got 15 miles to go. Afraid I'm going nowhere down this one-way road. My wheels keep on spinning, my soul keeps on singing these words, even when it hurts. The static on the radio is a harsh and lonely sound. I've come too far to give it up and turn back now. I was born to gamble, to question and to ramble. I don't have much, but I've got soul. I don't have much, but I've got soul. Even when it feels like my old train is off the track, I know my heart's been stolen and I'm I'll always have a song to sing, stubborn will to get me through the night, get me through the night. La, 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 la. The sunset through the windshield, well, it almost makes me cry. Reminds me of this feeling when I'm running out of time. With all the world of glitter, even when it's tasting bitter, I got one shot. Well, they took everything I had, but they can't take this from me. The best things in a lifetime don't take half, they're not free. I can feel it coming, I'm fighting, I'm not running. I don't have much, but I've got soul. I don't have much, but I've got soul. And even when it feels like my whole train is off the track, though my heart's been stolen and I might not get it back, I'll always have a song to sing, stubborn will to get me through the night, through the night. La, la, la. Well, even when it feels like my whole train is off the track, I know my heart's been stolen and I might not get it back. I'll always have a song to sing, stubborn will to get me through the night, get me through the night. La, la, la. 20 miles to empty and I got 50 miles to go. But I know somehow I'm gonna make it home.
Everybody's muted.
Yes.
Yay! That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. So that song's gonna be on the new album.
You haven't played that one much in the last like 2 weeks that our lives have been thrown together, and I've heard your songs so many times, and I still can't pick a favorite. But you haven't played that one too much lately, so that was lovely. Really,
Well, thank you.
really nice to hear that one.
That was a new one for me. Yeah. Very
Yeah, I'm
cool.
trying to give it a little variety so you guys don't get sick of my songs.
No, that's not going to happen. Because there is the one that I keep on going back to, which now, because I just heard that song, you literally just got it out of my head for the first time.
It's the one that that the dude is like, why is he walking away? Like this woman is like, you know, just yearning for him, and like this idiot. Because I mean, if the person is actually Chris that is yearning, then I have no idea why this person would leave. Though I know you have an answer to that, but this is just my interpretation. So that's the song, Darian, because I heard you say that. Like I can't get that one out of my head.
Yeah, yeah. But what's the refrain? Literally up until she started just playing, literally 2 minutes ago, I had that refrain in my head, and now this song is the one that. But
is it the one? Is it I'd Give Anything?
It's like I can't go home, or I can't wait to get home. Get back to you. Something about
My
getting
Quiet.
back to somebody.
I'm just trying to get back to you. That one.
Oh,
My Quiet. My Quiet. That is a beautiful song. Oh,
thank you.
Wow.
That's been my theme song for the rest of the day. Like even after you left and the awards, it was just like,
oh, awesome.
I'm talking, but in my head, I'm like, I'm just trying to get back to you.
I guess it can apply to a lot of things.
Oh, you might have to play 3 songs tonight. We'll see what we can do.
Cool.
I would make a vote to listen to that song.
Say that, Jonathan?
Oh, I'm just placing my vote to have that song be played.
Okay, I will for sure play that one.
Yes, let's look at a video. We are going to take a peek at. Here it is. The name of is it actually the Jonathan is the actual show called Sloppy Jones? Because that's kind of also like your group too, right?
Correct. The show, the title of the show is Sloppy Jones. It's like it's also, it's just the title of the bar that it takes place at as well.
Gotcha. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's have some fun. And let me just let everybody know you can mute your own microphones if you're on the desktop in the lower left-hand corner. All right. So from now on, you're in charge of muting your microphones because you do not want me in charge of it because it won't go well. And so you guys can mute yourselves. And Alex, you're on mobile. You'll be fine. You know, if you don't want to worry about muting. If the cat goes crazy, you know, we'll understand. And let's watch a video, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Where in the hell is Frank? I need my tips, like yesterday.
Evening, boys. I'm Detective Blake Guinto. We've opened up a missing person case on Frank W. Jones, the proprietor of Sloppy Jones Grill. I'm gonna need y'all to answer a few questions for me now. Do you think he's dead?
God, I hope so.
Hello, my submissive kittens. I'm your new momager, and call me Deb. I'm Frank's much younger widow. Picture a stepmother you never wanted, who also controls your income.
If I had to guess who did it, I'd say it was Damien. He's a hot mess. I'd never do him.
I don't want to point fingers, but I definitely think Frank is dead. And somebody in this room killed him.
That asshole steals our tips, tries to bang us, and cuts his toenails on the bar rail. I definitely think somebody here killed him. Not Rory.
Okay, off the record, today was the best day of my entire life. I finally beat Weird Jeff at pool, and my boss is probably dead.
One more step to dismantling the patriarchy.
Frank was the love of my life. It's such a charming way of looking at the world. His fingers were so delicate and surprising. I've never encountered a harder working man in my life.
You know, Frank is probably just passed out on the floor of some bar up in rural Ontario. You want the real tragedy? That I work here. You have served Mark Zuckerberg. You were better than this.
I'm still here.
I don't, know anything about Frank, but, love this job. It's basically Tinder, but, with a paycheck.
Basically Tinder, but with, a paycheck.
I love that line.
Is ketchup. Darling, I have two good sides. Pick your favorite. As reigning MILF of Sloppy Jones Grill, I, Deborah Jones, will rise above the loss of my husband and unearth the devil who took him away, even if it kills us all.
What? No.
Very nice. Too cool.
And I forgot my perfect trick, which I did last week, was to record you guys watching it because the most fun that I just had was watching Jonathan's and Lori's face as they were watching their work. That is the best thing about this, bar none, is watching the creators of their works' faces. I do this every time with Darian because every time Darian watches Pony or Mommy, he's like scared. Like he made the film, and you could see him. He's like,
But
"Oh,
for a different
Jesus,
reason.
what's going?" Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well.
Maybe I don't know. I was just joking.
Oh, it was good because it could be. So, what did that feel like, Jonathan and Lori, like screening that with other people live in this kind of environment? What'd that feel like?
I mean, it's kind of fun. Like, yeah, it's funny you mentioned like my reaction to it because that is like a fresh kind of experience because like obviously like we haven't really been doing live events like given the state of things. So yeah, it was a personal choice. But yeah, so yeah, it was it's fun to watch with people watching it kind of, and also like I just like love everyone's work and like what they brought to the character. It's just kind of nice to see it alive. Yeah.
It's also fun to meet you, Lori.
Yeah, like what Jonathan said, just watching it, I'm kind of like seeing, like I'm just imagining what it was like, and it's just like a bunch of people who got along, who were just having fun. Some comedians, some improv people, and it's just so much fun. It's funny too. I like it. I love it. I love watching my friends, and it's a passion project for sure.
It was fun to see all the different like the characters had these lovely little moments where you really got to see into them a little bit. Like, I mean, I laughed out loud and I wasn't muted. Sorry about.
No, I did that intentionally. I wanted
in the mirror.
I wanted to hear you laugh.
That was great. Like these little moments that aren't necessarily part of the plot, but like are really great for character. I like that.
Yeah, I think that was kind of our goal with the trailer in a way, is like to get a sense of who these people are, because like the plot is the boss is missing, obstacles ensue, but if you're really watching it for these relationships and these people, I think, or at least that's like the point of view that we took. So yeah, I love that you saw that because that was something we really cared about.
I like and I like how it to me anyway, it sort of obviously subject matter as well, but reminded me of the kind of style campiness in a good way of like Clue, like that movie. Is that what you're
totally.
going for?
Yeah, there's like totally. Mm-hmm.
Alex wants to talk too.
And Knives Out too now.
Yeah.
Knives Out. A thing.
I unfortunately was like not able to see for most of it, and then I left and came back and it reset. But so I want to see it. Do you have a place that it's available to watch online?
Yeah, totally. If you type in Sloppy Jones show in YouTube, there's like series trailers, there's interviews with the cast, there's like lots of like EPKs, but just like like Linda Cash and her interview about her character and like being and like entering into a different kind of a role that she's not normally cast in. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just putting up the actual YouTube link in the comments. It just has to pull up the link. That's a public link, right? Yeah, you guys have it out. Okay. And there it is. And you guys can get it there. Pablo's here. So Pablo can direct while I still have to kind of do what I do. So if you need anything, folks here on screen, you can talk to Pablo in the chat, in the pink comments. Pablo, we're just kind of rolling with it. I don't really have, I'm kind of making up the order as we go because it all came together at the last minute. But what would be great is if you could just keep an eye on all the technical stuff back here, man. I'd appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, yes, I just like the campiness and were we watching it? Lori, wait a minute. I was watching it, but we weren't able to watch it together. But where we can see it at the same time. But I love when Darian, when you do that with your films too, where we all 3, 2, 1 push the button together. So high tech, how we connect all of us watching these films at the same time. 3, 2, 1, go. And then we play it. Yeah. And then there's a commercial. I'm like, crap, how do I catch up? Yeah,
Oh my goodness, that's such a good point, Rev. I did not think about the commercial thing.
Hey, I did. I caught up. I estimated, how many seconds I lost and jumped it forward, so it caught me up.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that'll be a skill we'll get, or we could pay for YouTube Red. Anybody, sponsor us? Oh, better yet, buy Chris's albums. She sells a ton of albums, and then she wants to advertise again. Then I can afford to buy, the red version of YouTube. So let's do it that way. Buy her album.
Yeah.
There's a link in there. You know where to buy her album. And seriously, buy her album.
Let's all plan to be ballers by this time next year.
Ooh,
making it rain and whatnot.
Act.
Yes.
Woo! I love it. Because you know what? I don't even think it's going to take that long, to be honest with you. So let's.
What about him playing basketball next year in the NBA?
That'd be great.
Yeah, hey, it can happen. It's Clubhouse and Habs. Anything can happen. Seriously, if I can be here with all of you, anything can happen. So here we go. Take a look at this album. Give it a purchase. It's amazing. What do we got? Anybody in the audience giving us any feedback on the... Hey, Izzy, what's up, man? Great to see you.
Izzy, hi. Izzy,
yeah. The Stephen Joy. Let's see, we're scrolling all the way back here. Charles. All right. Well, folks, you can also interact. You can tell us what you thought about the pilot. If you are producer secretly watching, all of these folks have their DMs open, I'm sure, on Instagram. All of them would be happy to take your money. So they are amazing people, all of them. And all of them, yeah, I know there are people watching that can make it rain for some people. So let's get it done. And so what are you guys going to do next? Are you're actively trying to get this thing, because you're in Canada. So 2 things I want to talk about real quickly. I love about Canada. I love a lot of things about Canada, but the 2 things that in this way that I think is marvelous is you have funding from your government. Oh my gosh, shocker. Hold on a minute. Wait, for the arts. We
wow,
fund the arts in Canada. Like they actually have, I know Lori, she's secured money from the government of Canada, to make entertainment. We don't do that in America. So how's all that working for you guys? Is it nice to have those kind of resources up there?
Do you want to take it, Lori? You go for it.
I'll go for it a little bit. I think it's definitely an advantage that we have here in Canada, because it's, being an artist is tough, but the fact that our government is supporting us with grants to kind of help something get, started is honestly, it's a blessing. And that's basically how some of the projects that I've been in, that's how they kind of got started. And as I am an emerging filmmaker, that's what I will go towards when I want to, fund my short film. So I'm definitely grateful for that. What do you think about that, Jonathan?
Yeah, I also think that our population is 1/10 of the States. So inherently, the community is smaller, but I think that there are some benefits to having a smaller community of creators or filmmakers, because it's kind of in the same sense where you're kind of meeting new people or networking, you're doing the thing. That kind of, somebody always knows somebody that wants to accomplish a similar goal as you, I think. Or I've been just really lucky, but I think both, to be honest. But yeah, it's really nice to have a smaller sense of community, for sure.
Well, that is awesome, you two. Let's do this. Lori, we're connected. Jonathan, definitely let's connect on IG. Lori's going to be back for a few things, Jonathan, we'll talk. We'll connect. If you have a pilot or something that comes out, and no big famous fancy people have asked you to premiere it on their show, do that first, and then we could say it was premiered on these 3 shows, and then I got to see it. But I mean, but come back anytime with these projects. It'll be absolutely so fun. You don't have to go anywhere. You can stay, and if there's any judging happening tonight, with as crazy as this show is, you'll be able to judge. Feel free to go if you need to. You can quietly exit, I guess, by hitting the exit button, but just say goodbye if you want to. And yeah, so I hope you stay. And this has been a blast. This is really a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having myself and Lori. I really appreciate it. It's 1:00 I'm in Nova Scotia, like on the most eastern part of Canada. So I will bid you all a wonderful evening. But again, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
thanks for
hey
having me. I
guys,
appreciate
definitely
it.
connect with me. I want to be able to get all your links and follow you guys. So like I don't know, IG or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
Really-
My Instagram is
I'm
just my
really-
name. It's Jonathan Neil Alexander. So
Jonathan
Easy.
Alexander.
Jonathan Neil Alexander. Yeah.
Neil. Okay, got you. Yeah, and me, I'm really the only Darian Donju on Instagram as far as I know. So it really helps to have a super unique name like that. So yeah.
Amazing. Okay, have a
All
great
right.
evening, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. I'm in Toronto, so I'm an hour ahead of you guys, but then I'm also up at like 6 a.m. today, I guess. But thank you so much for having me. I will see you beginning of May, Revolution.
Yes, did we set a date? We did, right? Did we book a date? Or sometime in the beginning of May?
Yeah, so May.
How about, not the 5th, but the next Wednesday would be perfect. We'll talk about it. And woohoo, fantastic. Great. This was awesome. And oh, yes, please, if you have any friends that need a forum and do great work, send them to me. All right. I'm happy to
Totally.
to share their work out there. So great to meet you folks. Pleasure.
All right, take it easy. Bye, Lori. Nice to meet you.
Wow. Bye. We are a light crew because Becca must have fallen asleep. Have you heard from Becca today?
Becca, not me. I mean, she's always pushing it, right, with that GMT
I know.
plus, or what is she? No, she's just GMT.
Yeah,
she's like
she's both. She's GMT. She's world time. She's all of it. So yeah, but she's probably passed out. I didn't want to keep trying to bug her. So
I just wanted to say though to Stephen Grice, who in the comments mentioned that he really loved the cleansing hour. Hey, Stephen, I guess you can hear me, but yeah, I also just watched it earlier this week. I watched it on Prime. I loved it.
He bought a new DVD player so he could set the region to 1, because you get to do that twice, I think, on a DVD player. You can set the region, you can change it twice, and then it's stuck forever in 1. So he bought, that's pretty awesome that he bought a DVD player to play the film. So I love that.
That commitment. Thank you.
Wow.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look, Darian is like, he's to me, he's like the sci-fi horror master with his one-shot creepy films with a mom eating her children and scaring all my friends. And because they were really scared when they watched it, because I have the video. And so when he got a hold of me, he's like, because this is the trap you can fall into with your friends or new friends is, I've said this a couple of times. Be real careful if you ask your friend to give you a film to show at your festival, because if it stinks, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So watch it first. Right. But, he comes to me and he's like, oh my God, have you seen that? Oh, she's like, oh, he was just raving about your performance. And coming from Darian, from me, that's pretty freaking awesome, because the guy knows the genre really well. So it was really.
No, I wouldn't have said.
If
it wasn't that great, I wouldn't have said anything. I'd have been real subtle. I'd just been like, yeah. I would have been like, oh, okay, yeah. Because the thing is, I never lie about the stuff, like reactions, but I'll just like maybe not say anything if I don't want to offend somebody. I'll just like, Oh, so the Oscars are tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. We're all going to be there.
But that was not the case on this one. It was well done. And the thing I liked about it too is all the actors are really good. I mean, like, that's what kept it going, because, there were limited locations, but they were well played, because, like, they used like the bathroom, and then they went back and forth to that bar, and the performance, but then all the actors are really good. Like those two guys, like the
it was really
boyfriend
great
or whatever
with them. Yeah. Ryan Guzman, he's on 911 now. He got that job, I think, while we were filming, and he's fantastic. And
Who was he? Was he the priest or the
priest? And then Kyle Gallner, he's like kind of scream king. He's in a lot of horror and genre films.
Okay.
So it was kind of an education working with him, because I haven't.
That was your character's boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was great. I love that guy. Yeah, I'm like a fan of his just from this film. I remember his face from stuff, but now I was like, oh, let me try to follow him at his other stuff now.
Yeah, he's working all the time and does great work. So follow him, keep up with him.
Yeah.
Ryan too, but like he does a lot of indie and genre stuff. Kyle, so you would like it.
Cool. Yeah, that's great.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Alex Angelis, the filmmaker, because we've been having a lot of fun over the past week to be able to talk about Alex Angelis, the actor, and we have a film called Seancing that, like, I think I think he had me at about like maybe 43 seconds, because you know what, where it grabbed me is, it's a funny little beat, but, and first of all, we're going to watch it, but I don't want to give too much away, but there's a moment in there that the girls are talking in the beginning and they're on the phone. And I grew up with a telephone on the wall, you know what I mean? Like cemented to the wall that you spun the dial. But I mean, I can remember in the 90s, oh, hold on, I'm going to connect them in. I had not thought about that in 30 years that I would push. I remember when it happened, when you can actually, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to add another call. I mean, I literally can like remember when it happened. I'm going to add another call. And that totally took me back right there. It just transported me back. And that was awesome. So, yes, you actually make films too.
Yeah. And yeah, we tried to put like all those little details that would sort of transport people back. And like even the sound design, like that dial tone is so like, I don't know about you, but it takes me back. The dial-up sound.
Oh, yeah.
So awful.
Oh, you mean like for internet?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like the back when it was like AOL. I don't know if you guys remember AOL.
Yeah.
And you had to dial into your provider, and then you can get through their wall, and then you get to the internet.
Yeah. And it was like that.
It's like,
yeah.
And you get to where you sort of can recognize, like, because like a lot of times the connection wouldn't go through, right, the first time. So you start to get to recognize the sounds of like when it actually connects, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm on internet now.
Yeah, I also remember, and because we get so spoiled now, like you click on something and it's like instant, and to the point where if it's like takes an extra second, I'm like, oh my God, come on. And remember, you used to be like, I'm gonna click on this and then go get myself some soda while it loads like this.
Yeah. The actress that plays my lead, Jenna, who you'll see in the movie, does the dial-up. She was like, what are we waiting for? Because the sound was obviously put in post, and I was like, do you want to hear what it sounds like? And I was and she was like, what? Why?
That's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, and you had to.
Wait, what are we waiting for?
Yeah, and you couldn't use the internet and the phone at the same time. Like you had to get off the internet because your mom needed to make a call. Like,
or your dad disconnected you from the internet because he picked up the phone and started down. Whoa! Oh, I had been downloading that Napster song for 3 hours.
Yeah,
and you
how dare
picked
you?
up the phone. How could you do that?
That is so funny.
These aren't spoilers, but they're
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
It's just one little scene. You had me hooked, like I said, in 45 seconds.
So what did you do on this film, Alex?
I wrote and directed it.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's called Seance?
Seancing. Like if
Seancing.
Like
Seancing. Right.
You could be scared, so we're here with you.
All right.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah, we're gonna watch it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna watch the whole thing.
Yay.
It's 8 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any length. I think I did watch the whole thing.
8 minutes with credits.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you had to get it. William is talking about how you had to get a second line because the phone is always busy. That's right. That was the challenge. You start to hate all the people that live with you, like your family members, because they're either wanting to talk on the phone like old school people, while you want to get on internet, which is the new school.
Yeah.
And look up things on, I think, what was that search engine? Was it Alta Vista or something?
Alta
was one
Vista,
of them?
yeah.
Yeah.
Netscape? No, that was a browser, right?
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Ask Jeeves? Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder if Jeeves
what
is
happened
still
to Jeeves?
answering questions. I know. I wonder if he's still there. Somebody in the audience will probably be able to tell us. They can use the Google.
The Google machine.
Google. That was my 7-year-old's kind of first word. I say kind of because I really don't want it to be his first word because I'm not exactly sure what that says about his parents. But yeah, he said it clear as day, and then like 3 more times he's like, Google.
Oh,
this is your son said that?
Yeah, it was my son. Yeah, like I think we say technically his first word is something different, but I think that was actually his first word was Google.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
funny.
you don't want to admit.
Yeah, I'm a bad parent if he's picking up the word. That was before I would say, hey, Google, ever. That was 7 years ago. So,
were you talking about Ask Jeeves?
Yes, we were talking about Ask
like,
Jeeves.
and that Parks and Recreation thing where he's like, why would you use Ask Jeeves? You're just asking a fake butler to Google things for you. Why do you still use that?
I like that if that's what it does, though, because for the people that want to be fancy, oh, yes, I don't Google. I have Jeeves do it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Jeeves. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's watch this movie and see you in a sec.
Google Ask Jeeves and it brings up ask.com.
Seemed like the Bennetts could do no wrong this summer, but this week fans of the trio are tripping over a certain Theo Bennett. His luscious locks. Say it ain't so, Theo. Fans around the world mourning the loss. You're listening to Hot 98.5, your home for non-stop music for the new millennium.
Hello?
It's Heather. We have to have a seance.
I know. Have you called Jenny yet?
I'm out of here now.
Hello?
We're having a seance.
Oh, why? Don't you know?
Hi, Nikki. Jenna, you haven't seen the new Teen Pop?
I went to the orthodontist right after school. They only have the same issue from last month.
Oh, remember that thing we were talking about at lunch? It happened.
What? Who?
Theo. It's like we knew.
We're so in tune with them. Are you sure?
Yeah, we saw it on Teen Pop. Just come over.
Sweetheart.
What is it, Pumpkin? You miss your braces? The band?
Dad, I need a ride.
To the sky, she screams, can you love me?
We need some music.
Yeah.
Ugh. Hey! Sorry. I'm sorry. How could he? I guess he's just like everybody else. They all are.
What did Wes and Jamie do?
How could they let him do that? They're probably gonna do it too.
I don't want to not love them anymore.
Well, we don't have a choice.
They betrayed us. Yeah, but why did he have to do that?
I know.
We would have loved him forever just the way he was.
I guess he let all the peer pressure get to him. And that's really hard, but it's unacceptable. What kind of example is that after everything we've been through?
I thought they were different. I feel so sorry for him. He must have been so sad. Why do people have to be so mean?
They don't understand.
But they're talented and brave, and they're good people.
They were perfect. When you said bake instead of back during the Back to Love concert on live at the 10 spot, it's too bad we can't be fans anymore. Yeah, I really like them.
Me too.
I love them.
So we really aren't fans anymore?
How can we be? Everything is different now. Nothing will ever be the same. They're not who we thought they were. It's like we don't even know them. Well, we don't know them. Yes, we did. We knew what they meant to us.
Weirdness.
Togetherness. Knowing you can matter even though you're just 13. They made me hate myself less, just by being themselves. But I guess it's all just a bunch of crap. What are you doing? Nothing matters anymore. Nikki, do you have scissors in your backpack? Jenna, don't do it. Give me those.
Don't do it.
You look terrible with the pixie cut. My cousin Sarah says this is how you get over any guy. Danny's gonna ask you to dance.
We could cut locks of our hair.
And burn them.
Goodbye.
Oh, whoa. That stinks.
Ugh, it does.
Let's go. I feel different. It feels like
Things aren't gonna stay the same.
I think things are just gonna keep changing forever. Let's take a picture. Do you remember us this way? It's too late already.
Is that a haiku?
Is it?
Let's take a picture to remember us this way. It's too late already. That's 6.
It's too late for that? We've already changed. Okay, silly one. Maybe we should forgive him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But coming at you now at the 5 spot, here they are again, the Bennett's Back to Love on Hot 98.5.
It's time to work, and time to play, time to go your own way. Sometimes you have no time to waste when you have to save the day. Feels like everything will be okay. Feels like starting up a brand new day. And now we've got the time. Well, challenges are far behind. It feels like
Girl, enough seance. It's time for dinner. Come on.
it's time to work, and time
That's actually us on the trampoline.
Yay!
Oh, where's she at?
that's
Uh-oh.
cute.
Look at that. Here she
Uh-oh.
goes.
Hi.
That music at the end really sealed it, right? That
Ooh, yeah.
style of,
Yes.
yeah. Like it's like that style of music from all those sitcoms and stuff, and just like that feel good kind of like 90s kind of feel.
Yeah. The funny thing about the music in this is that it's all current.
Wow.
Well, not necessarily like, but like from a few years ago, you know.
Yeah.
And but like all people that are about the 90s, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. They're going for that 90s sound, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute. It's now a 90s sound. Like,
yeah.
I was in the 90s, you know, like as a grown up, you know what I mean? Like it is, I mean, like, you know, it's not a sound. It's okay, fine. Whatever.
It is. It sounds like
I'm
the
old.
90s.
I know, but I mean, like, it's just weird. I remember things sound like the 60s because I wasn't alive in the 60s, but
because when
you know,
did Friends come out?
Well, I was, but I was little.
Friends started, I
Friends?
think, in 1996.
Yeah, like that Friends show, the
No.
opening show, too, like that Friends.
That Friends show, the opening show.
No, wait.
Have you seen it?
Well, like the song, you know, like it sounds like it has that 90s feel to it.
Yeah, I think it was 93 actually, because it ended in 2003 and it had 10 seasons.
Okay.
Season 4.
Thank you, Jeeves.
I mean, I have watched that show I don't even know how many times. It like got me through you know, they've actually done studies that watching Friends can like lower your anxiety. So
Oh, wait,
that's hilarious.
I'm actually rewatching it now. And when I say watching, I'm not just sitting there watching it. Like it's just kind of on while I'm doing all the work that I'm trying to do for the album release. But I've definitely it's just I'm rewatching it. I'm on season 2.
You know what? I went to my niece's 7th birthday party today, and we were shopping for her gift at Target, and there was like in the little girls section, like little girl underwear that was Friends themed, and I was like,
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
That's odd.
It wasn't like weird or gross, but it was like
Yeah.
little girls don't know what Friends is.
Like how would they even know
Like,
what it is? Yeah.
Did it just have the Friends logo? There weren't like pictures of Joey or anything, right?
No.
Pictures of Joey.
Like what
How
was
you doing? How you doing?
Was it even like a cute something that has to do with a child? Like it's strange.
Yeah.
It was just like the Friends, you know, text with the dots.
well-
and then there was like Central Perk pair, and like I don't know. It was weird.
You know who the primary person that advertiser want is a mom with a kid that'll buy Friends underwear because she remembers watching Friends. Like, who is that being marketed to?
Right? But like that's what I mean is like you could have Friends anything. You have Friends little like baby clothes or whatever, but it just seems weird that it's like little girl underwear. It seems very odd.
Yes.
But it does remind me of I just wanted to share this because it just tickles me. My friends band Vermilion Lies. So I have my Crimson Calamity friends and then the Vermilion Lies. I have lots of band friends that are the color red. But anyway, they're and they have this kind of old timey kind of circusy music it was really fun, and they did like performance-y things, and one of their albums when I went on tour with them was called What's in the Box, and I think that's what the album was called. But anyway, that was one of the things that happened during their shows. They had this big box full of just fun stuff that they would, and everyone would say, "What's in the box?" And they would pull out, you know, boas and weird hats and like throw them into the audience, and it was lots of fun. So anyway, one of their merch items, like on their merch table with their CDs and posters and stuff, was underwear that said "What's in the box." Amazing.
I could have no idea where that was going.
Touchdown. Oh, that's beautiful.
Man.
That's got to be their number one selling item.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Yeah, so what's the difference? What did I ask? I probably asked you this before because we got to talk last week, but the difference between acting and taking direction from the director and sometimes not agreeing maybe with the director's direction. I'm guessing as an actress that's happened maybe before. I don't know. But versus being a director and having to direct and maybe even direct somebody who you can feel maybe isn't quite vibing with you. Like what do those things feel like? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I think it's rare that I don't agree with a director. I might not agree with a script more often.
Okay.
but I think maybe like an obstacle might happen if the director and myself it's not communicating, like it's not reaching me for some reason, just in the way that they're saying it or whatever. And I'll try to, it's my job to translate. But like for this project, all of my actresses were first time actors. And so I was aware going in that it would be a challenge for everyone. But so I really was aware of trying to communicate in many different ways and just try to find that in to where they're like, oh, I understand. You can see it sort of click in an actor's eyes when they're like, oh, I get what I have to do. Or like that you see them connect with the emotion, and that's really cool. And I think that my experience as an actor being on the other side of it was really helpful in that. Because I know what it's like to be communicated with from the other side. So
I have a question. I don't remember. Did you have auditions for this, or did you just find these ladies?
So the first actress that I cast was the Aiden Marchese, who played. She had the yellow headband on. Anyway, so she is the daughter of my cinematographer. And it actually had been a story that was like rattling around in my head for like ever, because basically it's inspired by my own life. And then we're friends, like me and the cinematographer. And so she's like, I would see her around and she got to this age and I was like, oh my God, she's perfect. She's like going through what, that moment of life, that sort of precipice between childhood and like adulthood. And so that was really the inspiration to like make the project right then and like capture that age.
Oh, wow.
And then I did have auditions for the other girls, and they were so I was just so lucky to find them, because I had done like some self-tapes. I'd asked around my community in middle schools and high schools, and I was having callbacks at the local high school, and it just happened to be that right outside the drama room where I was going to have the callbacks, they were having auditions for the improv club. And I was watching for a little bit, and I found Grace Kelly Conklin, who played Heather. And I was like, hey, you got some time? You want to like come read this script? And she was like, okay. And then
that sounds so teenager too, like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she was so into it. She was excited, but she was like, I mean, yeah. Like,
Is she the one that was on the phone at the very beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is my favorite part. Anna Kasari Dayton, who played Nikki, she saw that interaction happening. She saw me ask Grace, and she came up and was like, I would like to audition too. And I was like, yes. I mean, I have to reward this gumption. And then
That's awesome.
she like presented this version of the character that I hadn't even envisioned, which was, it's so cool when that happens, you know, when they just are like, here's the character you didn't even know you were looking for, you know?
Oh, what a great story too, about how all of this, when you're making these films and you're making these projects that, you know, you said it's from your life, you know what I mean? And so, you know, you've got all the passion in it, and then you have those moments of, you know, it just, yeah, you were at that right place at that right time, and those girls were there, and look where it went. Like, that's just, I love that kind of feeling, and being told that kind of story means so much. The film is fantastic, but it makes the film mean even more. That's what, you know, I really like about being able to do this with an artist. This is really, really cool.
The only sad part is I would love to make this into a feature, or adapt it into a feature, but the girls they're already too old.
Yeah,
they're growing up. Yeah.
Play though. So.
Yeah, I mean, you hear about that happening in Hollywood too, like where someone books like this awesome role, and then something happens and funding can't be found, or things, whatever, it gets pushed back, and then, you know, 10 years later they can finally make it again, and now that person obviously needs to be recast. And you're like, dang it.
They're shaving, you know. It's like, hello, how are you? Oh, I can still play this role, no problem. Hi.
Yeah, actually, couple, Josh Baker, who's actually on Clubhouse, he directed a movie called Kin that also has a young black male as the lead. But they actually said that they had some issues because of the scheduling of the way it was scheduled. It was shot in different pieces over time, right? And then there were pieces where his voice cracked during that process of shooting.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, young guys, our voices crack, and then we start to get the deeper voice that kicks in.
Yeah.
And so, like, he said it was like maybe like 2/3 of the way in this happens. So then for the last part of the scene, they were having to sort of like figure out a sort of an ADR kind of like way, because it was like it sounded like this grown man all of a sudden.
Wow.
Yeah. So I thought that was really interesting.
I wonder if Lloyd's paid for the insurance on that one. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, this is the fun trivia. Do you remember the band? Well, first of all, who do you think the band was that was the inspiration for the boy band in Seancing?
Oh, got you. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
Probably I'm too old to figure it out.
I mean, like, so my boy band knowledge is very limited, so I'm just gonna go with one of the ones that I just remember. There are only like 3. So the ones I remember are obviously NSYNC, right? With NSYNC had Timberlake. Then there was one called West something. I forgot what the name, Westlake, or no, there's West something. And there was the other big one, which is, oh my God, what was that? So there was NSYNC, West something.
Wait, who was in NSYNC?
Apparently it's Westlife, Mr. Oak says. Westlife.
Westlife was the big one.
Westlife.
Westlife, and then so there was NSYNC, Westlife, and then there's one other one. Wait, which one is the one with Marky Mark?
Backstreet Boys. Marky Mark.
Oh, New Kids on the Block.
Boys.
New Kids on the Block. New Kids on the Block.
I'm gonna go with Backstreet Boys. Yeah.
Okay. None of those. But
okay.
Because those all have more than 3 members. So.
Oh yeah, it's 3 members. Duh.
Remember Mbop?
What?
Mbop, the song.
Oh wait! I tell you, Hanson.
Oh well, I should have known that. Okay, yeah.
Well, anyway. Exactly.
Wait a minute.
I love that song. I really love that one song.
Wait. Now, hold on a second. So, did you guys like Hanson when you were young?
What do you think?
Everybody likes Hanson.
Okay, right. And like, wait, have you worked with him yet, or you know him a little bit, right?
I mean, we've hung out like sometimes, but I have not gotten to work with them.
Okay, because you should work with them. So and they got to be watching, I'm sure. So that would be awesome. And like, wait a minute, I just made that connection of like, wait, you've met Hanson and you liked Hanson growing up. I hadn't made you told me both things, but I hadn't made the connection of that's kind of cool.
And it's a little like creepy, right? That I would make a movie about how much we
About your
Yeah.
crush on Hanson.
Especially now that your sister kind of knows them, so it's crazy.
It's
For those of us who don't know, like I don't really know all the little like stuff that happened or the juicy details. So what is it that happened what happened why they were so disillusioned? What, he got a haircut or something?
Yeah.
What was going
He got a
that's what
haircut.
it was, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why it's like this reveal that it's like they're so dramatic and it's amazing.
About a haircut.
Oh, wow. I'm serious. This is, look, just getting to be up here and listen to you talk about your film and then dissecting your life and your musical interest and all of these things that have happened. Like, this is crazy. This is awesome. Like, just getting inside your head as a filmmaker. This is really fun.
I mean, it was it's supposed to be like funny and like, oh, isn't that silly? But it also was really
a poignant thing
moment because
Mhm.
because to us, and I think that this happens to young people, especially girls, you kind of have a bunch of excitement that happens in your body and you glom onto something. At least that's what happened to us. And and it's like, this is what my life is about and this is my inspiration, and oh my god, they are making their own music and they're so young, like we could be like them, they matter even though they're just like 13 and 16, and
Right.
And that was so inspirational. And then they were just their own people doing their own thing with the long hair, and everybody was making fun of them, but we loved them. And so when there was an actual haircut, Taylor cut his hair, and it was like,
Taylor.
oh
Okay.
God, what a sellout! I never believed that he could
That's
do
incredible.
that. And
yeah, we were really upset.
Yeah.
But it was,
William in the comments
Did he sell out to the big hair?
Events?
No, no, of course not, because we were not born yet when Hanson was super
we were
famous,
much
obviously.
younger than that. But anyway,
yes, that's right. They
then you
weren't
realize
born
that,
yet.
Of course, it wasn't a sellout. He just cut his hair, But like,
yeah, it's just
make everything mean something, and
Mhm.
it's like,
Mhm.
oh my God, well, what do we get behind now? Like, what does this mean for our lives and what we believe in? And then we got over it, but
Right.
over the course of an evening, which
Over the course, that's funny. So wait, just real talk though. Did they really ever have any more than that one hit?
I mean, I don't know if. Yes, I mean, they had a bunch of hits around that time, and they have been making music consistently since then. It's just not like
they broke
at that
away from
level.
their record label like a couple years after they were huge.
They did what to
because
their record label?
they
what?
broke away. They left the label.
Yeah.
So they weren't as mainstream as they could have been, but
Gotcha.
they stuck with their values, which is why we love them.
Which they probably didn't want to maybe like they probably didn't want to keep chasing after another MMMBop necessarily. They just wanted to because the thing is like MMMBop to me was such a big hit. Like it's almost like I think it's hard to try to recreate that, and I feel like I just can only imagine that they probably would have had a lot of pressure to recreate that,
Right, and I think that they what?
I said they're grown up now. I have not. So I
yeah,
did
they
a
have
gig.
like collectively. I think they have like 15 kids.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
I did a gig I don't know, when they were huge. When I was back doing audio for bands and stuff, and they were like just that long flowing hair, and like they were just like at their ultimate moment when they were doing those tours, and I can imagine. It's like Leif Garrett to show my age here. When I see him without his gorgeous long locks, I'm like, dude, no. Like,
Right. Well, that's
wow.
happens with, idols. And then because they're symbols for something that connects with whoever is, loves them. And
Did
then
they write?
It's like a big deal. And
Yeah.
that's what we were dealing with, and learning that people are people, and growing up is a thing, and
Were we
Were
gonna
they
ask?
writers? Were they singer? Did they write that?
Yes, they write all of their songs, and I think that they do have sometimes like someone else, like another co-writer might come in sometimes, but they are just basically the three of them have always played their own instruments and written their own songs, even when they were like 10.
And I don't think that there was, I don't know, because you guys, I'm older. But like, I mean, they're really good. I mean, you could tell when I was there. I mean, they're good musicians. You know what I mean? They, they're good at their craft and really good at it. And I don't know that anybody, ever would say anything against that. I don't think how you, because, we've seen some of the boy bands and stuff, those guys, couldn't play an instrument or whatever. But these guys, yeah, I probably should listen to their stuff. I didn't even know until Chris told me recently that they were even still making music. So it's wild to see them grown up like this. It's pretty cool.
Oh, wait, William Colin has a good question here. Was that a picture of Chris and Alex in the crowd of a Hanson concert in the end credits?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
it was CGI because we weren't really there. We weren't born yet. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Oh no, but it was doubles, right?
It was photoshopped.
Yes, Photoshop,
Yeah.
CGI.
Photoshop.
It was done on DaVinci. It was done. You can do everything on DaVinci. And I want to keep this dialogue going. But it is 11:48, which is 12 minutes until
to the witching hour.
A hard stop, I think, for our friends here. So I would just love any time for Alex, Angelis to come and be, a guest co-host sometime, or bring a friend with a film or anything, anytime you want to come back. Because I'd love to pick this conversation up right here, because we got into like the first 5 minutes practically. So you're welcome to stay, but I think you guys kind of have a heart out. So I want to make sure we respect that. And then, but I want to wrap this dialogue up about the film. I just don't want to break it. And then we'll have Chris do a song, I think. And then Darian and I'll decide whether we're going to go further or not tonight, because I've just had a hell of a time.
I've got to kind of like, this is like a kind of an irritating question that I probably shouldn't ask, but I have to, just given the context of everything. I have to say it because I don't have the mute button. Well, I have a filter. I just don't turn it on very often. We're
ready.
And this could be maybe for down the road, but like, I mean, I can only imagine that at some point, Chris, you must have played and sang MMMBop, right? I mean, you have to have, right? Yeah. Is that totally like out there that?
No.
Are you gonna play it? Will you play it?
Wait, I'm just trying to remember the chords.
Like she has to try to remember.
Yeah. And now I'm embarrassed because how does it go? And then a real relationship in this life, only one or two will last. Go through all the pain and strife, then you turn your back. It's gone so fast. Oh yeah, it's gone so fast. Yeah. Oh, ba da ba do ba do it up ba do ba do da ba do. Yeah yeah. Oh ba do da ba do ba do it up ba do ba do da ba do. Yeah yeah.
Oh, come on, everybody! Oh my goodness! So cool.
Wow.
No, but I can do it in a way that's less like I was just sort of being Taylor, but I have played that, in like a very kind of lower key, serious, like it sounds really sad if you really listen to the lyrics, it's kind of a sad song. And I'll play it in my like folky sad way. And then people don't even know what song it is until I start singing bop, and then they're like, oh my God.
They're like, what the hell? Yeah. Oh, that's so hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that too about making a cover your own. Kind of a one of those quirky little definitions I have of like I'm a musician and I should be able to judge, because I shouldn't. But my definition of what might make a better musician than another, which is taking a cover and owning it for yourself, and that would be the ultimate own right there. I like that one. That would be. We might have to hear it sometime. You don't have to do it now. I mean,
obviously we need to brush up a little bit.
Yeah, but that would be fun. We
yeah,
could,
that
have you
one
back.
is so cool. Yeah, that's fun. Especially because I mean, since it does mean something to you too, right? It's like it's not like it's just random.
Yeah,
that's pretty neat.
Totally.
Alex, what? Because I do. I want you to be able to talk to us about the film for a little bit, if you want to. And to me, it like I said, I went to film school. I've said it before. I did cable commercials. That was about the ultimate, and sometimes wrote, direct, acted, edited, and and delivered the tape to the cable office. So I was in the business in every way. But the making a film versus being in a film.
Good question.
So different. Okay, first of all, I will say, like I always say, acting is like the best job if you can get it in the world. For me, I feel the most comfortable acting in a scene in front of a camera. Like I'm a pretty shy person, and I don't allow myself to connect very quickly with people. Like you have to get to know me. But if the camera's rolling, I connect, and that's really nice.
Yes.
Best job. So, but it's it's a multifaceted, and that takes a lot. Oh my God, my cat is making an earthquake. Get out. It's a lot goes into the job, but it's one job. Directing, let alone writing and directing, it's so many jobs, and you have to have your brain in like 10 different places, and you are also the captain of the ship. So I've had wonderful experiences as an actor with the film sets that I've been on, and I think that has so much to do with the great leadership of the directors that I worked with. They make everybody feel safe and heard, and are very positive, and like somehow don't show any of their stress on their faces, which is something that I will say that I could work on, because I think I am very transparent. Being an actress, that's kind of what you work on, is taking down all your barriers and taking down all the walls so that you can express and emote, and it's visible. That is something that I think you want to be vulnerable. You want to be able to like connect with everybody that you're working with, but it's compartmentalized. And I think
you look stressed when you're directing.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had a friend, Lee Holbrook, who's an amazing photographer. I asked him to snap some behind the scenes shots, and I like there's maybe one or two where I look like cool director, and
yeah.
And the other times I'm like, it's just okay. So that I will admit that. But with my actors especially I just, it became, everything else had to go away. All of the lighting that's going on over there, and the art department is asking me questions, and the costume that her ring kept falling apart or whatever. All that had to go away, and then you connect with the person in front of you, not just the character you're trying to coax out, but this is a young girl who is doing something that is really vulnerable and exciting, but like can be scary, and that was like my favorite part, was connecting with them, because I understand what they're going through and what a special experience it is to play a character. Yeah. So it's something that I really want to do more. Because I love being a part of all of the creative process.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
You may.
So I know that you've also, as an actor, have worked on some films where you discussed with, of course, respectfully and everything, discussed with the director or writer changes that you would like, ideas that you want to make, changes you want to make. And I know you probably didn't really run into that with this film because they were first timers and they're not going to be like, actually. But have you had any experience like that, or how do you think that you would feel about that part of it?
I think
as a director.
As a director, I think that I would be completely open to that, because it's whatever works. It's whatever makes the most sense to the person that is on screen performing. And because if it doesn't make sense to that person, that it's not going to translate. It's not going to come out right.
Yep.
And, I think as a writer, maybe more of an ego would get involved, and I'd be like, why? Why doesn't that make sense to you? What was wrong with that? but no, but even then it's like, well, that's what was in my head, and that's the character that I had in my brain. But this character, that's what happens with movies. It's such a collaboration, and the characters become so much. The actors bring so much to the character, and they change. You can't have the exact character that you envision. Maybe it happens sometimes and it's magic, but like most of the time, I think that whatever the actor brings to the character is even better, because they're alive and they're embodying it. So
you definitely didn't go to the Michael Bay School of Directing, then, I don't think, because there are some directors that'd be like, in German, and like, get the hell off my set. You have an idea? Get out of here.
Yeah, like Alex, I think you're like, so my experience has been very similar in that I think if we understand kind of the way that people, the way the industry is sort of, it's kind of set up that it revolves a bit around the director as the creative vision, right? So generally, if somebody brings an idea, they usually, it's not just random. Most of the time, they have thought about that thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so as a director, it's my responsibility to first recognize that this person has probably thought about this thing, because there's a lot of risk that they're taking to put themselves out there and make this suggestion to me. And so I've been fortunate enough that I don't think I've really ever had where somebody's brought me a suggestion that's completely off the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And almost always it's been an add to what I'm doing. And so, I would have a problem actually if my script ended up in the end being exactly how I wrote it, because I know that I'm limited as far as like, I'm not somebody else. It's all just me. So the actors come in, I want them to bring themselves.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Because they're not me.
Right. At the end of the day, like, yes, as a writer and as a director, you try to get into the heads of the characters so you understand the story really fully and everything that connects. But like, nobody's going to get in the character more than the actor playing them. And so they're going to maybe think of things that you didn't even think of, because they're getting into all the nooks and crannies. So yeah, I completely agree. It's coming from some place, and it's,
and that's why
valuable.
That's why I think it was so cool. Like Alex, if you guys don't know, Alex was also in a little film called The Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt and a bunch of people. And the director if I'm remembering what you told me correctly, Alex, the director actually even came up to you and was like, "Hey, I'd like to, sit and have coffee with you and talk to you about what you think about your character and what you want to, if you have any ideas." And I think that was probably so awesome, especially because you probably in that scenario weren't like comfortable being like, "Hey, actually, I have," right?
Well,
Right.
yeah, that was actually such a like a turning point for me as
That's
an actor.
Antoine Fuqua, right?
Antoine Fuqua asked
Yeah.
me to coffee to talk about
Wow.
my idea. Yeah, and in a movie with like 8 people that were like extremely famous.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Come on.
Wait, are we watching this movie together,
names.
Darian?
Oh
After?
yeah, we definitely. Yeah.
You got to watch
let's
it
do
tonight, man.
Yeah. That's like one of my guys, by the way. Like my
Watch the
hashtag
movie.
goals.
Watch
Yeah.
the movie.
Watch the movie, sure, but unfortunately, my scenes were cut.
Yeah.
All your scenes were cut?
She's in it. She's in it. You can see her in it. But unfortunately, this character that was like the sort of, as Antoine Fuqua said to her, the heart, kind of like one of the heart of the like town in the movie, and she had scenes with Denzel and like all this stuff was cut. It was left on the editing room floor.
Yeah.
Well, it was
happens.
a last minute addition for him. Because he wanted some sort of innocence and heart to the town, so that the audience cared that we were being saved.
Yeah.
Studio, whatever, doesn't matter. The point
Yeah.
is, experience of it was really, really liberating and wonderful for me too. It really opened me up to like being a real collaborator, and I felt seen and I felt like I belonged, and that was really awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I think there is 1 or 2 scenes, like deleted scenes, that you can see her in.
Okay.
There's one. Do you mind if I tell this story, Alex? Like the one deleted scene. There's one where she's like the baddies are like holding her, and like one of the guys licks her face to just be gross and weird. And she told me this because it was filming in Louisiana. I was in California, and I'm like just chatting, she was texting me, and I was like, "How did it go today?" and whatever. And she's like, "Oh, I was in the scene with this guy and this actor that I, knew from other things." And I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." And she was like, "Yeah, he licked my face." And I was like, "What?" And like I was like, "Wait, like the actor did?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, did you tell someone? That's so inappropriate." Like, I was like, "No, it's so inappropriate."
You're like,
I was like, gonna fight someone.
That's awesome.
What's this guy's name? Who is he? Come on.
Yeah.
I want his IMDb. I'm going to pay for the pro membership, and I'm going to get this guy's address, and I'm going to have a little bit of a talk with him because
no, it's part of the scene. It's part of the scene.
Okay.
And that scene didn't make it into the film?
No, it's a deleted scene though.
It is a deleted scene. Oh, that's wild.
To be fair, like so much didn't make it into like.
Wait. Okay, so who licked your face? Just tell us.
What?
Who licked your face?
Cam Gigande.
Oh, is he the guy? Was he in a Teen Idol guy?
He was in Twilight.
He was like the bad vampire in Twilight.
He's not the guy with the 8-pack, though, is he? Or is he?
He might be.
I think I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of agreeing that might be possible. I got the he might me and the kind of that look like maybe. Yeah, possibly. I see your face, Alex. Yeah, I think so.
Just like, yeah, he's got that 8-pack.
He's got that.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Actually, I saw someone in the chats had a question.
Okay.
Mr. Oak asked, "What was the origin story behind the short Burying Amber?"
Oh, so this is another short film that I wrote and directed. So I'll just give a full description. It's a woman who is on the phone with her mom talking about her recent breakup with her wife, and while she's digging a grave. So there's a twist.
Wait a minute. Okay, how long is the movie?
It's like 6 minutes.
And I'm going to give you. I'm not supposed to put people on the spot. Okay, so how do I
Can
do
we
that?
watch it right now?
Can we watch it? Can we watch it before you go?
Maybe.
I mean, no, it's up to you because I mean, it might be. I didn't ask you about it ahead of time, but
How do
I'm
you do
going to
that? Do I just
download
send
it.
you an actual file, or is it a link?
Is it downloadable
File.
or is it
He
on
needs
YouTube?
he needs a file.
I need a
It's on
file. But
Vimeo.
I can pull one if it's on YouTube. I think I wouldn't do that. It would
No,
be
it's
wrong.
on. This guide says it's on Vimeo.
Oh,
so
then
if
I
they
can
make
grab it.
Downloadable. Then
Yeah.
you can get the download.
Yeah.
If you can.
Does anybody have the link? Mr. Oak,
Oh,
you can put
hold
the
on.
link
I'm Googling it. Yeah, maybe.
Vimeo
like, I don't know.
is terrible.
Oh, I have to like sign into Vimeo. Oh, here we go. Okay.
The Vimeo search is notoriously terrible. If you misspell one letter, you're never gonna find it. Not on Vimeo.
So while well, if I answer this question, then we'll give away the twist.
Oh,
right. And it's 8 minutes and 39 seconds. Let's see. I can download it.
Nice.
And I'm grabbing it right now.
Yes.
So we'll watch it and then we'll answer your question, Mr. Oak.
Yeah.
Oh, this
Thank
is
you, Mr.
awesome.
Oak.
Okay.
It's vimeo.com 1-849-43189.
That's already downloading, baby. I got 1,000 gig down, my friend. It's almost here.
But I will say that the short was shot on our family farm.
Oh.
Our childhood home, which was really cool because I had always wanted to set a story there. It's so a part of my dreams. Do you have any place that you always end up in your dreams? Because that was the place.
Interesting. Where do I end up in my dreams? That's a good question.
I definitely end up at our first apartment when I was like 4 to 5, and the places when I was really young, those where I end up at those houses, like between like 5 and 11. It seems like I spend a lot of time there in my dreams.
That's the exact age that we lived on the farm, 5 to 11.
Yeah.
That's like really formative time. Yeah.
If you need a couple of minutes, I do have a song called "Me in Our Dreams."
Wait, just so I have context, what state is this farm are we talking about?
It's in
Florida.
North
In Florida?
Yeah.
They have farms down? Oh, like orange farms and whatnot.
Darian, do you know what they have more in Florida than any other state?
Alligators?
Cows, brother. It's a huge dairy state. Huge dairy state.
Oh, cows. Okay.
We had a cow farm, and because it's northern Florida is very. It's not like Miami
It's very
it's
almost like the South.
Yeah.
It's like very
It is
Georgia.
South.
Yeah, it's like an extension of Georgia. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
almost like the South. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that you guys are twins. You're talented. You're musicians. You're actors, and you have like a farm origin story. Like seriously, I know you're not Earthlings. This is just too classic, perfect kind of story. I think they beamed down from somewhere, and they have a
the
message for us.
Americana story. That's true. But it is no. But look, like I think there's something to say for that kind of upbringing, where I'm actually pretty fortunate because I grew up in Georgia, and I had like not a farm, but I was like in Decatur, and we had a big enough yard that I could play in the backyard and climb trees and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And there's something about that just doesn't seem like it happens as much anymore.
Yeah.
I remember being like, after school, whatever, I'd finish my homework, and then it wasn't, hey, can I go watch TV now, or can I go play video games? It was, hey, can I go play outside? And that's nice. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, I unmuted him. Sorry, Darian. Like, are you okay? Is there an earthquake over there? What's going on,
Yeah.
brother?
I'm trying to get set so I can hear this song that Chris is about to play.
And we were really, really fortunate, and it was awesome because a bunch of our family lived on the farm too. So it was us with our parents, on this house, like sort of at one end, and then 1 minute, 30-second walk down the road was our aunt and uncle. And then like a couple of minutes like down the little dirt road with our grandparents. And so we're just like always around whenever we wanted to see our family. It was great.
When's that movie being made?
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It is.
It never happens anymore.
That is lovely.
Right.
Chris has a song for us.
So it just made me think of it because we're talking about dreams, and this song is called "Meet You in Our Dreams."
All right.
It's from the album, and this is how it goes. When I'm dreaming, always sure that I'm awake. Then I'm running in slow motion through a river of mistakes. I'm reaching blindly, feels like I'm holding on to something. No hands are steady as it seems. Oh, I can't be with you when the lights go out. But tell me where to meet you in our dreams. And I'll fall to the edge, you go silent. But I can feel you there. It's all anticipation. Stars dripping from your hair. I'm reaching blindly. Feels like I'm holding on to something. No hands are steady as it seems. Oh, I can't be with you when the lights go out. But tell me where to meet you in our dreams. And I'll fall. I'll fall asleep with you. I'll fall asleep with you. I'll fall asleep with you. I'll fall in love with you.
Yes. Awesome. Oh my goodness.
Holy
I'll
cow.
fall in love.
Like,
with
I mean,
you.
do you know that you're amazing, Chris, and I really like you a lot, but do you use that song like on the third date, or when did you use that song? Because I mean, I'm in at that point, so you
Right.
could get
That's
it in
the
the
drop
first
the pants
15
song.
minutes, and
You
I'm
know,
there.
I have found that if there's someone I like out there in the world and we're chatting and stuff, if it's the sooner that I can get them to like a show of mine or I can sing for them, the sooner they're into me. So,
Oh yeah.
not particularly that song yet because I wrote it during COVID. So,
Well, I'm just saying, that's a lock. That is a beautiful song, and it is. Thank you for sharing that with us. And
thank you.
yeah, I
Did we
got the
figure out
movie
the
ready.
film so we can
Oh
watch?
yeah, we're ready to
Jerry's
go.
film?
We are ready to go. All right. Burying, Amber.
Ex-wife. It's final now.
No, she's gone. It's over. For real. She's not coming back. Mom, she was toxic. I know I wasn't at my best either, but she was just not good for me. Yeah, I know. I just said that. I hate it when I make a conscious effort to provide a disclaimer and you pretend like you didn't hear me. Thank you. I'm just getting rid of some old roots in the backyard. I never get on the exercise bike, but thank you for thinking I'm the kind of person who exercises. I got all the workout equipment in the breakup. Well, yeah, you can have it. I'll bring it over one weekend. It's fine. It's actually better. Really, I didn't want to stay there. Now I can really spend some time fixing up Papa's farm. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. Also, my neighbors don't know me as a screaming, yelling psychopath. It's getting embarrassing. It's nice to be isolated. My neighbors are just down the road. I met one today. He was nice. If I get murdered, I get murdered. It's fine. Well, I can make a new garden. There is dirt here. She can enjoy the flowers, although she'll probably just let them die. It's really none of my business. She got the house, I got Goldie. No, we got her together. No, we did. Trust me. Remember we were looking at the shelter website when we were there for Thanksgiving? Yeah, the year Nana died. We had the whole conversation. Amber said she wanted to adopt an older dog, and you said we thought you wanted to get a puppy, but I agreed with her because the older dogs have a harder time getting rescued. Everyone wants puppies. You don't remember this? Well, trust me, we got her together. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I mean, yeah, that's probably why they call it puppy love. What are you saying? Like, for my relationship? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't apply to my life with my dog because we purposely got an older dog and not a puppy. Are you... What? No, I'm just saying, maybe that's a sign that we don't rush into things. Maybe we're not the kind of people that do that. No! Don't insult me like that. I thought you wanted us to stay together. Well, if we're just puppies... Mom, I don't have time to talk this in circles right now. No, I'm sorry for yelling. I know! I'm sorry. I gotta go. I have to finish this up. Thank you for checking in. I love you. Bye, Mom. Maybe Sunday. Yeah, I love tuna fish salad. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Hi. Goldie died last night. I just thought you should know. I love you too.
Wow, that's a beautiful film.
All crying over here.
I know. I was like, wow. Oh my gosh. Holy cow.
So,
Wow.
to answer the original question, I wrote that after, like, I just, like, went into Final Draft and just, like, typed it out after talking to, having a phone conversation with a friend who was literally digging a grave for his dog while he was talking on the phone with me. And he was, like, talking about how weird it was because this dog was, like, I mean, all dogs are good and beloved, but this was, like, his child, you know? And he was just, like, doing what had to be done, digging this grave, and he also had some other stuff to do that day, like he had to go to the post office, and he was like, this is just part of my day, it's just so surreal, but life goes on, and some days you just have to dig a grave. And I was just like, oh. You know, and that just inspired this, like, yeah, you know, talking to your mom about whatever it is, and you have to do this chore today, and maybe you're not ready to open up about that yet, and it's a really private moment for a little bit, you know.
But did anyone, like, think that she had killed her wife?
Yeah.
Digging her grave.
I think so.
Well, I was actually just like kind of frightened, you know, a lot, because the way that, I mean, do her lips ever move? Right, it's pure narration, right?
There's a little bit
near the end.
Oh, her lips move a little. Okay, so, but I mean, like, so, like, our friend Darian that won the first contest or the second contest, O'Neif. Like, I wonder what O'Neif would think, because, you know, O'Neif and I, we have this running joke about, you know, which was serious back in the 1920s when people said they destroyed movies by putting sound in them. But that felt so disturbing in a very just low key way that I was not getting. It was kind of like they call that effect when people are too human. There's an effect for it in computer animation.
Uncanny Valley.
The uncanny valley, right? So it had this uncanny valley effect to me because I never really saw her, especially maybe because the screen was small too, but I didn't, she wasn't really connecting with anything because she's on the phone like that. It was just this eerie, like, what the hell is going on here? Because wait, I see a dog, and then there's, wait, Amber, you know, so the whole time I was just scared, basically, you know.
Yeah.
Just low key scared.
And there was no music, right? Or
no, that's what I was going to say too. There was
right.
None.
Yeah,
like,
that's gonna do that. Yeah, for sure.
To make
so wait, what's in Uncanny Valley where it seems too real? What is it?
Yeah, it's a computer animation. So, you know, it's like the holy grail of computer animation is to make digital people. You know, that
pure,
you can't tell the
look like
difference,
us. Right?
But the problem is like they get really, really close, and that little sliver where they're close enough to where it's like it looks almost real, but there's something off, is what they call the uncanny valley. And a lot of times it's either the reflections in the eyes or the fact that the eyes don't really track the way like humans' eyes do. Like you can tell.
And humans' eyes track at an incredibly fast rate that would be hard to replicate even with the best equipment, I think.
Yeah. And so what happens then though is that, so a lot of computer animation companies, when they make those videos, they actually have their teams get really, really close, but then it gets in the uncanny valley where it actually turns people off because it's too close, but it's not all the way there. So they actually pull back. A lot of times what they'll do, they'll pull back like 10% on the photorealism of it because they don't want to like turn people off.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once they can get past the uncanny valley, even though you can't believe anything you see now, I mean, it's Brad Pitt, it's John Wayne in the next feature film, and there's nothing you can do about it except their lawyers, maybe.
Yeah,
But,
they're close now. They're close.
They're getting very close, and
yeah.
But thank you. Like, no, we can keep talking about it, but yeah, seriously, you had me scared, and to make a movie to make a movie without any sound, music. I mean, like, again, it's a really good piece of work there. Really
Thank you.
nice film.
I mean, that's such a cool way of putting it. I did that you pick up on, like, that she's not connected to anything that she's doing, which is like kind of what was going on, because it's like she's going about her day doing all these mundane things, but she's really somewhere else thinking about.
Yeah.
So
that's what I felt. Yeah, that was good. the real quick about the cinematography though, because that was like, wow. Like, who did the cinematography, and how did you connect with that person? Like, what was up with that?
So his name is Thomas Marchese. He's the same cinematographer that did Seancing. And we connected through a mutual friend who is also a filmmaker, and they went to high school together. And the crazy thing about Thomas is that he is a former cop, and he is just a movie lover. And he didn't even go to school. He just has this great eye, and he had to retire for I don't know what they call it. He was injured in the line of duty, and he retired like several years ago, and just like became a hobbyist. But I just love the way he sees things. And
oh my God, yeah.
So we were like, hey, you want to come to Florida for Thanksgiving? Because we were gonna go to visit my aunt and uncle who were still low on the farm, and he was like, well, maybe not for the actual day, but like a few days before, sure. And so he came, and we did it in a few days, and it was literally just me and Vincent, the producer, who's also my husband, and Thomas, just the three of us. That was the whole crew. And it was actually a dream, because it was one of those like miraculous collaborative creative processes that just like flowed so well. Like, we all were having our input, and we were all like, yeah, let's do that, and it just was so smooth and wonderful. So.
And if I remember, Florida being how it is, it's usually pretty warm and even muggy, like even in November. But that one day, there was a cold snap, and there was like frost on the ground, and it was freaking freezing.
Which,
we saw the frost on the ground at some points, I think.
Which was actually,
great.
All part of it.
So when you guys, like, when he's setting up those shots, like what time are those long setups? Like, I'm just trying to get a picture, because like, I mean, like, somebody said in the comments that it has that Ozark look to it. And it absolutely does.
The Ozark, the show now, you mean?
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Oh, is that what hold on, wait, you think the person in the comments is talking about just
the Ozarks? No, you're probably right. Right. Reminds me of the mood in Ozarks. No, it's the show. Yeah,
the show, right? But the show, the cinematography in that show, definitely I can see the connection, and so I'm just curious, like, when do you did you have to rush to set things up? Does he do that really fast, or was it more of a pacing where there's just enough time to get it just right?
We seem to have just enough time, but also he's just really great about using natural light, and where we have to be. This is where we have to shoot it from. If we want the light to shine this way, and like, okay, the sun's going to be this height at this time, and just like he has such an instinct.
Well, Darian, just to have you break that down with her again, amazing, because like I said, I know just enough from going to film school that like, yeah, that's some serious beautiful imagery, and the being a cinematographer versus being a cameraman is never so clear to people if you think about, and a lot of big time cinematographers haven't touched a camera in a long time, depending on what they shoot. But and there might be several people that touch that camera, but that was that cinematography and breaking that down like that, and you wanting to know how long it took, so that would give you some impression of the way that they worked. That was magic for me, because you were actually probing a little, like, how did he do that? Like,
because
way.
I think the beauty of this one was that there were a lot of shots that would typically be considered boring shots. So like the shot where she's on the couch and there's a lamp beside her, there's nothing really going on, right? But it's the emotion. But it is so framed so well. The lighting is just right in the emotion of what's going on. Like, it was all in sync. I think that's really what hit me on that one. So yeah. kudos on that.
Yeah, he's so fantastic. And, he's also a director in his own right. He has a documentary that was on Netflix for a while called Fallen, and he's about to shoot a narrative that's also set in sort of like a rural area. I can't wait to see it. It's called From Black, and it's a genre, it's horror. So.
Oh, Darian, you might want to invite him to this show, because then you could watch his film sometime, or some of his films or something, and talk to him, because we know people. But I mean, he may not be able to. Again, I'm not putting anybody on the spot. I got to remember not to do that. But let's invite him if you would like to come. That would be awesome.
Hopefully invite him. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Great.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well done.
Well,
so what is the order of those movies? Like, so how many movies have you directed, and what's kind of like in time? So we've seen Seance, and then we just saw that one. So what is that in your career? Like, where is all this in your career in time?
So Barry Amber was the first one that I directed. But I had written another one before that, and that I was in, called An Engagement. And the first one was in 2012. It was a while ago. And that Barry Amber was in 2015. Yeah, it was right after I shot Magnificent Seven. And then Seancing I shot in 2019. It's been, a little
so
hard,
cool.
But hopefully, everyone, I learned so much.
So there's one writing and two directing. Is that what the
3 writing, 2 directing? Yeah.
But you also did another short that you wrote and directed, right? But hasn't seen nothing's happened with it yet.
A newer one. Oh, okay.
Well, it was between Barry Amber and Seancing.
Okay.
What it's called You Die First. And and we shot it, it's just a couple having a conversation on kayaks, and we shot it in Monterey Bay, and it looks awesome, but the sound is all like, it just needs a lot of work, because it was all like weird with the labs and the water and anyway. So
you have to ADR everything, basically.
Yeah. So
same DP.
What? Same DP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I always have these like weird ideas. Like, yeah, let's do this, except let's film it in Florida, or let's film it on the ocean. And,
I'm over here with just like the anecdotes of the day. Like, they filmed this beautiful movie, which I'm still excited to see someday, on these kayaks in Monterey Bay. Literally, like 2 days before that thing that was in the news where a guy was on a kayak in Monterey Bay, exactly where they were, and the shark like came and like chomped his
God.
kayak.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's intense.
What happened was
Yeah.
there was a great white, and great whites, they attack by just like going straight up.
Right. They just
And-
use their nose and just go.
Yeah, and so the guy actually his kayak and himself flew into the air and went separate directions, and thank God, the shark went for the kayak, and the guy swam away.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But how do you get away? Like, you're in the middle of the ocean. Like, you're in the water. Like, where do you get away to?
Swim to shore.
He was in the bay.
How do you get away from a shark? Like, I don't understand that.
Well, it was eating the kayak over there.
Oh yeah, it's over there. Like
It's like,
nom,
and it's
nom,
embarrassed
nom, nom.
now. Like, it's totally embarrassed. It's not going to go after the guy now. It's like, oh, like, really, shark? You suck.
So,
You know,
like,
say it was
best
too
case
embarrassed.
scenario for that guy, because now he has like the best story ever for like any first date, and no one will believe him. But
Yeah, but Chris
Right.
doesn't have that song.
Yeah, this is the guy who like tattoos like bite marks on his leg before his date, so that he can be like, and this is where it like got me.
This is when I got attacked by a shark.
Yeah, but then I grabbed my guitar and I played the song that I wrote in middle school, and the shark got mesmerized and just laughed.
Ooh.
Well, that's like that story.
I didn't think you lived in California, man.
That's like that story about that guy who was hiking or something, and this bear came and like pushed him into the river, and he like this bear was trying to like drown him, and he finally like was able to like sort of get up out of the water. This is the story that he told anyway, and his friend was there, so like saying this is what happened. That he kind of was able to get his head out of the water and like looked into the bear's eyes and was like, "You don't have to do this." And the bear like left. And he was just like, "Oh."
He like terrifies the bear. He like shamed the bear.
Yeah, you don't have to do this,
You
man.
could be a vegan, man. You could be a vegan.
He's like, "I was just having a bad day. You're right. I'll go."
You don't have to do this, man.
I mean, what would you?
You don't need bear spray. Just
All these societal definitions that we just get boxed into. The bear's like, yeah.
You're right.
Oh.
Right. Alex, I'm sorry it's so late. You have stuff in the morning, right? You have to go.
I didn't
Yeah,
go
you
over
guys are
either.
past
I
your-
did not persuade anybody. I'm not
We're
responsible.
past the Cinderella hour, aren't we? Like, isn't it?
But
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for watching my 2 films. And
Mhm. Thank you for letting us.
Wait, how is there a... Oh, that's just IMDb. I was like, there's no link to the video of You Die First.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
but
we didn't tell you? No.
they will eventually see the light of day. It will.
That's awesome. That'll be great. So wait a minute. Just quickly, what is the category of that film? It's a... What kind of film is it?
It's what is it, Chris?
I mean, I've never seen it. No, I have not.
Oh, okay. It's not horror, and it's not comedy.
Huh.
It's like
an indie drama, I guess. But it's
Oh, an
very
indie
short.
drama? Okay.
It's a conversation that a husband and wife have about who should die first.
On a kayak.
Yeah, eventually.
Well, I
like,
can't... Oh.
At the end of their lives, not on a kayak. Like when
Oh,
they're
that's just what the conversation's about.
Yeah.
No, they're in kayaks when they're having the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not
And
playing.
thankfully,
Just like who
in
would you
real
want to
life,
die first. You want me to be around so you can say goodbye, or do you want to like say goodbye to me and die alone? It's dark, but but anyway, it's
yeah, just
they.
what happened at that farm in Florida all those years.
I feel like you said that the attack happened after you filmed there, though, right?
Yeah.
The shark
Like,
attack,
probably-
yeah.
Yeah.
But can you
feel like-
imagine?
I don't want to make you feel totally responsible. I feel like maybe the shark that was instigated.
They're like, I got you.
Oh, you primed it. You primed the spot.
Yeah, you
for
primed
the
it.
shark.
You-
And that
you know how
poor
you're in that
victim,
situation and
sir,
you're like-
that poor victim floated by and paid the price. I see where you're going, Darian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're-
you're going to turn that into a script. I know it.
You know, when you meet your boss and you like that thing you feel like you should have said, you know, and you wait a day and then you're like, oh, whoa, here's my opportunity, and this poor guy kayaking by himself.
Yeah.
The shark's like, damn it, I got him this time.
Sorry.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Yeah.
Did we?
She's got to
did
go to
we-
bed.
We didn't promise a song, right? We've had all our songs.
I mean, I'm okay to play one more song if anyone still wants to hear one.
Well,
But
I do.
but I don't
So, I
want to
mean-
keep you, Alex.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, Alex could go if she wants.
And thank you again. Have a good night, everybody.
Alex, thanks. That was awesome watching your stuff. Really,
Yeah,
really great.
and Alex, thank you for just being there, letting us experience that with you. It was really fun and special. Appreciate it, and it's nice to meet you.
You too. I'll be back.
All right. I should go at some point too because I'm just in the process of basically personally emailing anyone who's ever supported my music to be like, "Hi, would you like to buy my album? Are you my mother?" No.
Oh, you're my daddy.
Yeah. So, do you want me to play one more song? Because I don't have to.
Are you taking requests?
Sure.
Ooh, yeah.
Because I just really just want that one song. And then I think the other guy wants it too. The one who was texting earlier about the going away and coming back to you.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get back to you. Hold on. Let me see if that guy is still there. Hey, guy, if you're still there, can you text if that's the one that you were saying you wanted to hear? That I want to get back to you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. It's called My Quiet, and it's on the record. You can already listen to it on Spotify and all that stuff. And just to give my little spiel again, thank you, William, for putting that link there. That's where you can pre-order the album. It's apparently only $4 on iTunes, so you can get it there, and you get 2 songs right away when you get it there, and it helps with the charts. And you can also get it on my website and Bandcamp and Amazon, and when you get multiple copies, it does help with the charts, and it can get you some rewards. So check that all out at that link, this guy's pre-order link. And what was my point? Oh yes, and if you are able to pre-order or not, please do pre-save, which is if you click on the little box that says Spotify, because that's free and easy, and it does make a really big difference for when the album comes out for Spotify to be like, ooh, we should show this to more people.
And everybody should go to the show, and they can go to the show if they buy 2 copies, and then they get
Yeah. Like if you want, okay, so there's going to be a full band show. My sister is going to be singing harmonies with me. There's going to be a full band. It's a live stream on Friday. And if you want to support and come to that show, you can either do the 5 pre-order bundle where you get a CD, a handwritten thank you card, and ticket to the show, or you can just do 2 to get the ticket. But just so you know that those 2, if you do that option, won't count towards any of the other bundles until you get 5. You know what I mean? Like if you get 2 and you want the ticket, you won't get the CD if you get 3.
Right.
But if you get what?
Get 5, but
yeah, you should take it 5. It's
$2.
$25. Really, it's actually a better deal because I already added it on. Like you'll be getting the signed CD, which is usually would sell for like $10. You get the handwritten note, which is a special thing that usually people have to be like a patron to get, and you get the ticket for cheaper than it costs to buy it on the website. So that's a good deal. $25 for a signed CD, a thank you card, and a show ticket, and you don't even have to leave your house and buy booze and pay for parking. So I'm just saying.
All right. Well, this is My Quiet, right?
Yeah, I believe we are at, what's the number? They're asking what the total is right now.
Yeah, awesome.
13,
awesome.
Yeah, 1356. And we're trying to get to 2,000. So we have our work cut out for us. By us, I mean me. Or if you all want to help me be my street team, just go around and tell anyone and everyone to pre-order my album. All right.
You're my quiet in a crowded room. The storm that's rolling off my shoes. Minor chord in a hopeful tune. The dust that settles, a sweet perfume. I'm just trying to get back to you. You're my flower on the interstate. An easy shot that ricocheted. I'll walk away, but I'll walk slow. If I'm honest, I know where to go. I'm just trying to get back to you. You're the eye of a hurricane, a blindfold shot with perfect aim, golden hour before the dark, an open heart that left a scar. We tried to celebrate the skies that we looked to didn't have what it takes. We made wishes anyway, so our hearts that were breaking could beat another day. You're my quiet in a crowded room, minor chord in a hopeful tune. I'm just trying to get back to you.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Yes. That's what's up.
It is what's up. And I feel like I've been on like this musical journey for the past couple of weeks, hanging out with where's Darian? There he is, with Chris and all of the folks. I want to make sure too, because I haven't had a chance to do this. I want to thank all of Chris's fans, supporters, friends that are just working, so hard to support her and sharing her with everybody, because I know that you're doing it, because I know Darian's doing it and I'm doing it, and anybody that meets Chris wants to spread the word. So I really, 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 again, this is me talking, really, really, really think that somebody's out there that we can talk to, that we can do some kind of tour with this beautiful human being here. It'd be great to tour with people, obviously. And if anybody's out there, get in touch. But, I think some kind of small tour, at least we could find somebody like a business or a guitar company or something. This is all just me saying it, but listen, folks, put it out there. If this is, you would have to want it, Chris. I'm not saying you would want to do it, but I'm just saying that I am perfectly willing to do what I can to try to put some kind of tour together.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely want a tour. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I could wipe down the guitars and stuff.
You just want to go on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You're the guitar wiper. They have
I'd be
guitar
like, wait a
wipers.
minute, there's a fingerprint on the neck of that
Yeah.
guitar.
You're like,
Here I go.
I polish the guitar. I don't carry them though. I have to get a
No,
different
that's a different
Right.
guitar
roadie.
carrier.
No,
Yes.
yeah, that's a different roadie. I just want to be able to do live remotes from concerts. That's all, because I can hear the music.
What? What's a live remote?
A live remote. Okay. I am old. So that would be me doing my broadcast from your concert.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is what's up. That doesn't it
Mhm.
doesn't get any cooler than that.
Nope. That would be fun.
Yeah. All
But,
right. Well, I should go keep emailing people, and I'm
Or
creating.
sleep.
No.
Or sleep.
I'm gonna be putting together the little starter packs for all of my little Chris's Angels, which I'm so excited about. I finally have all of the pieces.
Yeah, and I got to give you my correct address because you have my wrong address because I want my Chris's Angel stuff. So
Okay. Sweet.
I'm
Thank you.
just trying to get back to you.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You nailed it, dog.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to stick around because we have to make a decision about. We still might have some friends out there that we're thinking we could show their films tonight, and it is 12:53, so we might just have to do a special show for them, or they'll be on the next show or something. And I'm gonna just have to apologize because this I promise each week we get a little look like we know what we're doing a little better. I promise
Right.
for next week,
Yeah.
Darian and I, sir, will look for movies on Monday and Tuesday instead of Friday and Saturday. And I will put you on the spot for that one.
Yeah.
And but this is coming along really well. This was so fun. Chris, thank you for bringing Alex into all of our lives. This has just been, phenomenal. And I know you and Darian have been doing some music together, and you'll probably be able to do some more music together in Clubhouse. And listen, this is just, you can't have more fun than this to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this was
Thank you so
beautiful.
much for doing this. I don't believe that you sleep ever. So
No, I don't.
I don't know.
Can't talk.
What? Please,
Yeah.
Joy. What? Please. What are you saying? Please about.
Has it really been 2 hours and 30 minutes? I know, William, it doesn't feel like it. Well, start
All right.
on Monday.
Okay. Cool. I have to go. I'm having deja vu now, so I think that means I need to sleep or something.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
weird.
not surprised. This is your deja vu,
Okay.
deja vu.
I'm like, have we done this before? Okay.
Yes, we have.
Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon.
All right. Take it easy.
Adios, Chris.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. All right, dude.
I'm just trying to get back to you.
I don't understand that guy. I still don't. What is he doing?
I know,
How could
yeah,
you walk
like,
away
why
from a
doesn't he
woman that
just-
would sing that song? I just don't think.
Why
it's
doesn't he
possible.
have his GPS on like home to Chris? Like
Yeah,
that's what the GPS should say. You click it and you follow its instructions. It's simple, guys.
Exactly. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful song.
Yeah.
And her sister, who sings with her, makes an amazing short movie with no music.
Her sister
Like-
sings with her. You said?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll be singing. You're coming to the concert on Friday, I hope.
Wait. Hold on. Wait, did you just say Alex? She only has one sister?
Alex
As
and
far as I know.
Chris. Yeah. Alex
So you're
and Chris.
saying Alex sings
Sings
with
too.
her also?
Oh, yeah.
She sings
Yeah.
too?
Oh, yeah. They're like a quadruple threat or something.
You almost make it like they have the same genes or something.
Yeah. It's kind of scary.
Wait.
And-
Does Chris act as well?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh my
She was
God.
an
What do you mean,
actress,
of course?
an actor,
Really?
and then she settled more into music. And Alex, went. I think she was always going to go the acting route. I don't know them well enough yet, but I mean, yeah. So,
Wow. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
oh man, just Google them, Alex and just
Do
Google
they
them
harmonize together and stuff?
Yeah, just Google them and listen.
Oh my gosh, that's
It's like
crazy.
it's really fun when you're watching them when they're doing like a little video or something when they're singing together because good Lord, I don't want to be talking about people that were just on the show, but it's just fun to see. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Mr. Oak. It's just fun to see their different personalities, right? Like I'm getting to know them, and obviously you can see that if you watch these things, but it's just really been fun to get to know both of them. So yeah, they both sing, they both act. I would imagine they probably can do 10 other things that we don't even know about yet, but
Yeah.
they're pretty talented. So they both,
That's pretty cool.
they both need to break out big, and that is part of my mission to make sure that happens.
Well, that film we just watched was beautiful.
Yeah, it should be seen, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree.
I know I'm like not really framed well on the camera, but I'll just kind of fix it in the meantime.
What are we watching you on?
I'm on an iPhone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What do you have a laptop or a desktop? You have to.
Well, you know what? I tried to this time do differently. I was going to actually use my tablet. I've got like a
no,
tablet.
The software does not play well with the tablet.
Well, I mean, this tablet's pretty much just a PC. But the software runs just PC. It's a
PC software. Okay.
Yeah, it's just PC software. But the only thing is like the charger I've got in is the wrong one, and then I was like, I don't have time to figure that out. So let me just get.
Well, we can talk about let's do this because let's actually. I know you're busy, and are you shooting anything? Are you working this week?
Anytime soon. So we can anything that happens in the next couple of weeks is the best actually.
Good. Okay, well let's try to have like a production meeting like Monday. I'll talk to you tomorrow or something.
Okay.
And we'll nail a couple of things down because I really want to get your audio and video squared away so you're not having to mess with it all the time. And there's you've got a phone, you've got a computer and virtual, camera will get you all squared away, and I think we'll figure it out together, and if let's figure out what you need if anything. So
because I'm just trying to get back to you.
Chris and Alex. Oh yeah, Rachel and Jenny Markham on Rake. They've done a couple other things I think together too. But yes, let's talk quickly about our friends. Is there anybody? I don't even know if they're in the audience, honestly.
So I don't know. I mean, it's been a while. I know
I feel bad.
Trying to get on, but I didn't. It's hard for me because I'm on the phone with this.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to do any follow-ups to any like messaging. So I guess you sent them some kind of links and all that, right? Or anything.
I did, and Natasha was here.
Oh yeah,
and
she did though.
Yeah, she did. She's busy and stuff. But anyway, if you talk to them, because you'll probably talk to them before I do, I'll try and apologize on here. Just let them know they can come back next week, and we'll sound check them through. Like they're gonna.
Yeah, to get them all set up.
Get a hold of me.
If we do that, Apple might actually then be better. So then it could be maybe that we have Apple and Amr because that was the writer, director, and then the actor.
That'd be good. Yeah,
have them together, and then Natasha could probably come on and.
Would you reach back out to them and let them know?
We'll plan it. Yeah.
I'll
Thanks,
do that. Man.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I think we can probably jump. It's been 2 hours 36 minutes, but I mean, look, I couldn't have asked for a better show. If people out there liked it, woohoo, yeehaw! I think you probably did, but I just had a goddamn fucking good time right there.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
dude, you don't know what I mean, I know I thanked Chris and I said, but I just don't. You know how when you thank somebody and you don't feel like you are getting through the level of thanks that you really mean,
Yeah, I mean, right.
I just want to give some context. So I met Chris on your show last week Saturday, right? Then you connected us, and you were like, "Oh, she probably would love the opportunity to play for more people, on Clubhouse and things like that." So I reached out to her. We planned it. We set it up, and that was this Friday. We did a session with her playing. You were there. Yep, you were there. And then, but today, to have her play at the beginning of our award ceremony, for me, it was just so surreal because it's like, this is not something where I think like, oh, this award ceremony, it's sort of, I put a lot of work into it because I with the Google forms and getting everything organized. We had sponsors, we had the gifts, we had all that stuff going on. But when you have a musical guest, it makes you feel like it's the Oscars now. You know what I mean?
I
It's the
know.
Golden Globes.
Yeah. I think we need
It's
a
a
house
major
band.
deal. Yeah, and I feel like the filmmakers felt that. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
because that young lady, she came on your show, Lori,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Wow, like," and there was this lady who was singing, and she sounded so good, and it was Chris that she was
Yeah.
talking about. But that's the thing; it makes it more memorable, right, of an experience.
Exactly.
And that's what I
Exactly.
want, Chris. Like, I know she's not here, but yeah, I mean, that's the kind of effect that she had. So that's the kind of feeling that I'm really grateful to her for making everybody feel super special by playing her music at our award ceremony today.
Well, I think that's beautiful, and I know that you are appreciated in many of the same ways by Chris. I am most certain because she I think, like I said, I don't like to speak for people, but she had a very good time playing out, at Clubhouse on both occasions.
That's great. Yeah, that's
And
great.
and yeah, it was just really nice of you to put that together for her. But it's not hard to do because you want to, because she's such a beautiful singer.
Oh,
I
of
mean,
course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
like
she's
it's just,
just a good spirit, like her person.
yeah.
Like, it's not just the singing, it's like the talent, but then there's the personality. And I mean, like, remember when she was on there and she's like she's pinging people onto the stage. Like, she's got
Mhm.
her guitar, she's got her mic, she's doing whatever. And then on top of that, she's pinging people
Oh,
onto the stage. You know?
yeah. And
Come on.
hi, Chris, if you're still watching while you're emailing people, I don't know. So
Right,
she could still be
right.
watching, so she's hearing all of it, which is great.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Dude, yeah. That was just fantastic, and thank you for letting me be a part of your award ceremony today, man. That was a big
Yeah.
honor. I really liked being there, and I'd like to be there sometime where I could actually, give some feedback or something. You know what I mean? And maybe
Yeah.
someday be a judge or something. That would be fun instead of
Yeah.
pitching my show. So
Well, if you could be a judge on the next one, that would be great because
you got it.
I've got the ballots down a little better now, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really like I'm getting to be a Google form sort of like mini guru, where
Oh, cool.
So we had the audience ballot this time, which was so well streamlined to me to see the results right away, and then people's comments down at the bottom, and on
Mm-hmm.
the judges' ballots, it also like organized all the comments under each film. So the filmmakers could go and they could see, ooh, comment, and read them and say, okay, this is like, so yeah, I would love for you to be in that,
That'd be great,
giving
man.
feedback.
That would be, yeah, I'd love to. I'd be honored because
Yeah.
seriously, let's end this because you and I will probably talk for 10 more minutes, and
Yeah, sure.
and
Yeah,
let's let these folks go home, and
Yeah.
and thank everybody. Kizzy, oh, I love you. Oh, I hope you've been here a while, but if not, I will catch up with you soon. Kizzy, it's nice to see you.
Hey,
And
Kizzy.
and everybody that was here tonight, and especially William and Mr. Oak, who help out with letting us know what's, with Chris's links and those kind of things.
Yeah. They were great.
And yeah, appreciate it all. Darian.
Oh, and they have acted together. I need to screenshot this before you close down. He says, and they have acted together. One, Chris and Alex co-star as Rachel and Ginny Markham on Rake on YouTube. Totally
it's,
about to go watch that right now.
Those comments stay here too. You can just click on it. When I end the show, they'll still be there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you very much.
Bye,
I
everyone.
need a producer. I saw. It's like Rev needs a producer in production meetings or something. Thank you, Joy. We will be having one on Monday. You can be a part of it if you would like. And dude, thank you.
Yeah,
We'll
likewise.
see you. Well, stick around for a second. And thanks, everybody. Appreciate you
All right.
watching. Peace be with you, and namaste.